wanted to share an updated Sushumna clearing or disc meditation that I've been led to by my higher self and my guides. Today is the full moon of Sagittarius, which is all about finding truth, releasing limiting beliefs, and continuing the ascension process. And today also happened to be an activation or ignition that David Clements channeled through his galactic team and his higher self for the collective, which was very powerful in terms of the effect on my system. And so I felt called to sharing an updated Sushumna, which I haven't done in a while, with a number of things that have come through. So the intention of this Sushumna or energy clearing is to help clear the chakras. The frequencies continue to rise on the planet, and as it rises, the maladaptive patterns, sanskars or sankaras, traumas, are coming to the surface. It's just helping to accelerate the release process. And it's also an invitation that we don't have to necessarily go through it like we have in the past, where we have to painfully process certain things that come through, and there may be some of that, depending on what it is. But there are patterns and traumas that are ready to be released. The energy can be moved. And so David Clements has what he calls a disc meditation. And I was led, before I ran into Clements, I was led through my guides to an energy clearing that had very similar characteristics to the disc meditation. And I've shared it with a lot of people who find it to be very helpful in releasing energy that's low vibrational energy from the system and doing it on a daily basis, or as frequently as they feel called to. So I'm going to take us through that now. So take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, feel the softening of the body, relaxing and settling into your seat. Now we're going to inhale again, and this time expand the belly, the chest, feel it go into the tips of the fingers and toes. Hold. Take another sip. Hold. And now slowly exhale. Feel like the body is deflating like a balloon, softening, relaxing, releasing, and settling into your seat. And now we're going to imagine a beautiful, clear, crystalline cylinder from the heavens to the earth that we're standing in the midst of. Take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, envision that getting established. And now we're going to envision a beautiful, clear, crystalline tube coming from the heavens into the crown of the head, through the spine and all the energy centers, and exits between the legs into the molten core of the earth. This is Sushumna, the central energetic channel. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath. And as we slowly exhale, we can see that getting set up. Now we're going to imagine pressing the vacuum button. There's a gentle vacuum that goes through that Sushumna, that central energetic channel, from the heavens, through the body, and into the earth, to take any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us, and surrender it to Mother Earth to be transmuted to light. Take a deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, feel the gentle flow of that vacuum. Now we're going to envision a gentle twister that's spinning in a clockwise manner. It's going to scan each chakra or energy center or a particular body part, depending on what we feel called to. At any point in this meditation, you can pause it if you'd like to stay in that chakra for longer, if you're feeling more in that place. Or if there's a particular body part that gets activated and you'd like to take your awareness there. All you do is you can move your hands like I am, or you can just take nice deep breaths and envision anything that's excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve you, you surrender it to the earth through the center channel. And through all of this, we can invite our higher selves to come in and help us release anything that doesn't serve us. And if you'd like to do that, you can just say yes, as David Clements has shared. We're going to start at the root chakra, right at the base of the spine, at the sacrum. This is family of origin, security, stability, and ground. We're going to scan the entire field of the first chakra from the center of your being, through the Sushumna, through the body, through the cylinder, all the way out into the auric field. Scanning for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. And surrender to Mother Earth through the center channel. Feeling release. Another release. Take a nice deep breath. As you slowly exhale, feel the softening of the seat, the pelvic floor, the legs, the feet, and the toes. Any tension or tightness is dissolving. Any knots are disintegrating. Any pressure or pain is melting. And all of it's flowing through the center channel into the earth. And release. Another release. This one seems to be going longer in terms of a gentle scan. The message I'm getting is that because we're deepening our connection to Mother Earth, and she's ascending as we do, the ground chakra is key to the ascension process. And so I think there's just more time being spent here. I can feel gentle releases happening through the back of my neck, creating a sphere of light. Sending it to the first chakra, surge of energy. So every chakra can either be depleted and needs energy, or has excess, unneeded energy that wants to be removed. So depending on what balance is necessary between those, between receiving and releasing, will be determined by your system, by your guides. Now we're going to go to the second chakra. This is right below the navel. This represents needs, desires, sexuality, and identity. We're going to scan the entire field of the second chakra from the center of your being out into the auric field, scanning for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. We're going to surrender to the earth through the center channel. Take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, you feel a softening of the belly, the hips, and the low back. Any tension, tightness, pressure, or pain is all melting like butter and releasing through the Sushumna center channel deep into the core of the earth. We're going from bottom to top because that's the ascension of the Kundalini energy and the ascension process. And what you can do is sometimes if you pick up on a lot of things in each chakra, you may want to come back through them or just continue it later in the day. Creating a sphere of light. Sending it to the second chakra, a surge of energy. Now I'm going to the third chakra. At the solar plexus, this is at the base of the ribs, top of the abdomen. This represents will, drive, and seat of the ego. We're going to scan the entire field of the third chakra, from the center out into the aura, scanning with this gentle twister for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. Starting to feel magnetic energy here. What that normally means is that's one of the gifts. I think humanity is moving through a lot right now, releasing, as the frequency rises, a lot of the egoic patterns that don't serve us anymore. And as we head into the new world, become less and less necessary, so that the ego becomes more of a support to the heart and not leading the way as we see in the third dimension currently. So I get my hands feel like they're wading through clouds or soft water. I describe it as plasma-like. Feels like that. That's usually when the matter becomes uncompressed. This is something that David Clements talks about, a science that explains what I was led to. Essentially, we're uncompressing matter through this twister that's spinning, this double helix, as he describes it in his disc meditation, through the chakra, and it's uncompressing matter. And as it uncompresses it, it becomes self-organizing. David Bohm studied this. He's a quantum physicist. It has quantum characteristics, including self-organizing or self-healing. So your system has an intelligence to heal itself, and this is just a way to catalyze that process. So as I go into some of these chakras, it uncompresses it to the point that I can feel the plasma that's activated, and then the system starts to self-correct, self-organize. Take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, feel a softening of the ribs, the abdomen, mid-back. Any tension, tightness, knots are dissolving, disintegrating, and dissipating through the center channel into the earth. Yeah, very powerful magnetic energy. Release, creating a sphere of light, sending it to the third chakra, surge of energy. Now we're going to go to the fourth chakra, right at the center of the chest. We're going to scan the entire field of the fourth chakra with this gentle twister, scanning for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us, through the center channel into the earth. And this is where love resides. Love is the highest frequency, can transmute any lower form of energy or vibration. So if you're ever in a difficult situation or emotions coming up that feel overwhelming, one thing that I was led to was you imagine the Sushumna channel, the central energetic channel, grounded into the earth like a stake in the ground. Then you imagine this heart chakra opening wide. And you bring your awareness right to the center. The energy will start to organize itself and can also leave your system. You can invite your higher self in. The phrase I use is my will is divine will. But you can also just say, yes, I'd like my higher self to come in. They won't override free will. So unless you invite them in, they will not. But they very much want to help us, especially in this time, but always. I'm going to take a nice deep breath. As we slowly exhale, I feel a softening of the chest, the upper back, the arms, the hands, and the fingers. Any tension or tightness is dissolving, melting like butter, and flowing through the center channel, deep into the earth. Feeling a lot of magnetic energy now. And I think one of the battles that we're going to be facing, that I also went through, was a fight between the heart and the mind, the third and the fourth chakra. The third chakra is the ego or the mind. The fourth chakra is the heart, connection to spirit, infinity, gateway point, source intelligence, and love. So it's a little bit of a battle as we release these sanskars or these maladaptive patterns. as we start to release the energy of the ego, those patterns and things that grip us and keep us in those traumas or those unhealthy patterns, and the heart comes more online, can be what feels like a battle between them. And as you clear, it becomes easier to hear the voice of your higher self, your intuition, and discern between voice of the ego, voice of the heart. Feeling release, creating a sphere of light, sending it to the heart, surge of energy. Let's scan here one more time. Now we're also going to go to the sacred heart. That's something that David talks about as a key point at which the higher self comes in. And that's how my higher self came in 2 years ago. All right, so let's go to the 4.5 chakra, which is between the 4th and the 5th, right at the sternum. It's where your thymus is. So something I heard from Donna Eden, who's another great healer. She mentions Tarzan, how he used to pound his chest here like this. He was tapping the thymus, the sacred heart, the 4.5 chakra. And that's connected, as David Clements talks about, to the infinity gateway point, source, intelligence, and love. It's the way the higher self comes in. And 2 years ago, when I was in a Vipassana 10-day silent retreat, that's how my higher self came in. I was doing deep breathing to try to come to a place of calm. And suddenly I started feeling a discomfort right in this place. And at one point I didn't think I could breathe. I thought I was going to have an asthma attack. I don't have asthma. And then suddenly I felt this activation in my system and my hands started moving. And that's what's led to these movements and a lot of incredible magic and the unfolding mystery in my life and the journey that my higher self has been taking me on. That's been so incredible, awe-inspiring. So at this sacred heart, what I'm going to ask you to do is take 3 breaths at whatever depth and frequency feels good to you. This is one of the key things, rhythmic breathing, that David talks about. Now, each of us are different. What feels good to you, it may be shallow, it may be deep, it may be fast or slow. For me, it's a slow exhale, mostly through the mouth, but it may be totally different for you. So feel free to play around with that and see what feels the most relaxing. While you're doing that, I'm just going to clear this of anything that may not be needed to help your higher self come in and to help clear this chakra. Feel a lot of magnetic energy here. Just release, creating a sphere of light, sending it to the sacred heart, surge of energy. And I'm going to scan it. Release, creating a sphere of light, sending it to the sacred heart, surge of energy. Do one more time. Release. Another release. Creating a sphere of light, sending it to the heart, sacred heart, surge of energy. Another surge. Okay. Now we're going to go to the 5th chakra, which is at the throat. This is your voice, your truth. We're going to scan the entire field of the 5th chakra, from the center of your being out into the auric field, past the body, past the cylinder. We're scanning for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. We're going to surrender to Mother Earth through the Sushumna, through the center channel, into the earth to be transmuted to light. Take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, you feel a softening of the back and front of the neck, the chin, the jaw, the tops of the shoulders, the upper part of the back. Any tension or tightness, any pressure or pain is all disintegrating, dissolving, dissipating through the center channel into the earth. Feeling a lot of magnetic energy here. Release. Another release. The more you can speak your truth, honor your voice, the more this chakra will open. Same with the 4th chakra. The more you follow your heart and this voice of intuition, the more that channel will open, the more guided you will be. Another release. Creating a sphere of light. Sending it to the 5th, surge of energy. More time. Release. Another release. A lot that wants to be released here. To me, that means that it's when we're not honoring our truth or not speaking our voice. It's connected to the second chakra, our needs and desires, and this is expression, needs and desires. Okay, that feels much better. Now we're going to go to the sixth chakra, between the eyes. This is intuition, clarity, vision, discernment between voice of the ego, voice of the heart. We're going to scan the entire field of the sixth chakra for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. I can already feel plasma-like magnetic energy, creating a sphere of light, setting it to the sixth chakra, surge of energy. Again, we're scanning the sixth. Surge, release of energy, another release. Now, this is considered the higher mind. It's connected to the third chakra, which is the lower mind, the ego, the solar plexus. So as you release the maladaptive patterns and the egoic tendencies and the traumas, this chakra comes online even more because it's the higher mind. As we release the lower mind, this one gets more activated. So we get more clarity around our vision, decisions we make day to day. Our intuition becomes more active. We're able to hear it more clearly. And the more we heal, the louder the voice, the more clear the voice of the higher self. Wow, feels really good. Very magnetic. Creating a sphere of light. Another concentrated. Sending it to the sixth. Surge of energy. One more time in the sixth. And we're going to take a nice deep breath. As you slowly exhale, you're going to feel the softening of the face and the back of the head. Any tension or tightness in the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the lips, the ears, and the back of the head are all dissolving, disintegrating, and dissipating through the center channel into the earth. Release. Now we're going to go to the seventh chakra. This is the crown of the head. And this is your connection to Dharma, the cosmos, your guides. And scan the entire field of the seventh chakra for any excess energy, any debris, anything that doesn't serve us. We're going to surrender to the earth through the center channel. Take a nice deep breath. And as you slowly exhale, you feel a softening of the skull cap, the top of the head. Any tension or tightness is dissolving and disintegrating, melting like butter, flowing through the center channel into the earth. My hands almost hurt from the amount of magnetic energy that's here. Creating a sphere of light, sending it to the seventh chakra, surge of energy. And we're going to scan the seventh. Release, another release. Another one. Creating a sphere of light. A very concentrated sphere of light. Sending it to the seventh. Surge of energy. Still streaming in now. You can keep doing the rhythmic breathing throughout this whole thing. It'll activate your higher self in your system if you invite them in. It'll cause the body to relax, and it'll also bring up any patterns, maladaptive patterns, or traumas that want to leave the system. It allows it to move through the center channel more easily. And if you notice, every time we take a deep breath, that's when we feel most of the movement of the energy. It's a really good thing to do. Okay, now we're going to just let all seven chakras pour into the center channel. Any remaining excess energy, debris, and things that don't serve us, we're surrendering it to the earth through the Sushumna channel. Now we're going to imagine pressing a magnet button. And only your energy is going to come back to you from people, places, and things, up through the root chakra. And if it's heading to the heart, take a deep breath. See beautiful white light coming in from the heavens into the crown, into the heart, swirling and twirling with your energy from the earth. mixing and mingling. And now this combined energy is going to move, it's going to tonify all the chakras. So some of it's going to move upwards from the heart, 5, 6, 7 into the heavens. Some of it will move downward, 3, 2, 1, to the core of the earth. Take a nice deep breath. And now see all 7 chakras like a string of pearls, balanced, aligned, energized, tonified. Feel the Sushumna channel rooted into the ground like a stake in the ground. Roots of a tree deep into the earth. Now imagine the crown spiraling up into the heavens. Branches of a tree touching the heavens. Now bring your awareness to the sacred heart and the heart chakra. Imagine them both opening wide. And love, unconditional love just pouring in. Infusing the sacred heart, flowing into the heart chakra, infusing the heart chakra, and then infusing the physical heart. And now pumping it through the entire system, mind, body, and spirit, to every cell. You can feel unconditional love and pure light. And just bathe in the warmth of that beautiful love and light. Knowing that you are safe, you are loved, and you are enough. Now I'm just going to end it with something that my higher self always does for me. Out for compassion and love. Namaste to all beings, my higher self, and to you. Hands out for compassion at the assemblage point. Tapping the heart, a sacred heart, and then sending that love outwards into the world. I'm going to ask if my higher self wants to do anything else. Compassion, goodwill, and love is what she's bringing through. Humility, gratitude, and pure love, nothing but love. You can see light coming into the channel, into the system, beautiful white light. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much.